You've been telling yourself that a venue will be easier for your party. Less mess, less setup, someone else handles it. And maybe you're right. Or maybe you're about to load your car with tote bags, race to get everything set up in a 30-minute window, run the party, and then, the moment you'd normally collapse on the couch, load it all back up and haul it home. I'm Jennifer Needham, the party teacher. I've been planning birthday parties for over 15 years, and I teach busy moms how to create celebrations their kids will remember without burning out in the process. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how I help my party course students make this decision, home or venue, so you go in with both eyes open, whatever you choose. And if you want my free top 10 birthday party planning questions guide, the link is already in the description. I want to start with the story because it's the one that crystallized for me what easier actually means. My twin daughters turned 10 and they wanted a favorite things party. So manicures and pedicures in one room, cupcake decorating in another, and a scavenger hunt that eventually spilled out into our entire neighborhood. One of them wanted a big party away from home. The other wanted a small party at our house. So we did land on a party at home, and I'm so glad that we did. The night before the party, we got word that my dad had pneumonia. And I want you to picture what my situation would have looked like if I'd booked a venue. I would have had the tote bags to finish packing, a car to load, an arrival window to hit, a setup clock running from the moment that I walked in the door, and then after the party, all of it back in the car before they gave the space to the next family. Instead, because I was at home, I was setting up a little bit at a time all week. The dining room was done, the activities were laid out. Party morning was actually calm, and the day after I got to go be with my dad. And when the last guest left that night, I didn't have to do a single thing. I left the backdrop still hanging and the dessert table still dressed, and I dealt with all of it the next day. At a venue, that is not an option. Your window closes whether you're exhausted or not. That party in multiple rooms with the neighborhood scavenger hunt, a mom running on fumes, it could not have happened at a venue. And the grace that it gave me was something I'll never forget. So when a parent asks me home or venue, I always start here. Not with a budget, not with head count, but with the question of what easier actually looks like for your family on the day of the party. So here's a question I want you to ask before you book anything. Does this venue offer something I genuinely cannot recreate at home? So that's a pool, it's a rock climbing wall, a roller skating rink, or stable for a horseback riding party. If the answer is yes, then book the venue. Don't overthink it. Let the venue be the activity. But if the honest answer is no, I just thought it would be easier, now you know what easier actually costs you. So let's talk about what venues cost in dollars, and I'm not just talking about the rental fee. There's a cost that most parents don't think about until they're standing at the party wondering where half the kids are. When you book a venue that charges per child and requires a minimum head count, then you are committing to that number up front. If you book for 15 kids and 8 show up, you've still paid for 15. If you're hosting at home and fewer kids come, you may have extras left over, but that's a really different problem. Now, beyond headcount, there's everything the venue controls that you don't. The dates and times they have available, how long your window is, what you can hang on the walls, whether you can bring in your own food and cake. A 90-minute party window is almost impossible to personalize. You're setting up and tearing down inside that same window when you're supposed to be celebrating. So ask about every single one of these things before you sign anything at a venue. Drop a comment and tell me, are you team home party or has a venue ever completely won you over? I do read every single comment. Now, if your child wants the swim party or the gymnastics party or the bowling party, go. I'm not anti-venue. Some venues are absolutely worth it, but go in prepared. Visit the space before your party date and get to know the manager. Measure everything, the tables, the wall space, the distance from the entrance to your setup area, so that nothing surprises you when you arrive with your arms full. You want to understand every restriction before you've already ordered a custom balloon arch, and then bring a helper for setup day. In a commercial space with a tight window, you will not be able to do it all alone. Now here's an option I want to mention because it's one I've used a lot in sometimes parents don't think about it. Your community clubhouse. If you have access to a clubhouse, it can genuinely be the best of both worlds. You typically pay a flat fee and rent it for the day, which means you have an extended setup time and an extended cleanup time. There's no countdown clock. There's no venue manager watching you. No family waiting to get in the door for their party. You can take your time getting everything in place, and when the party's over, you can take your time breaking it down too. Now, you still have to pack your supplies and get them there. That part doesn't go away. But one tote for the dining table, one tote for the dessert table, one for party favors, one for decorations. When I arrive, I put all the totes in the center of the space, and I set up one area completely before I move to the next. Once that section is done, the tote goes into a back room or a storage area where the guests won't see it. And then I move to the next section. Now, if you and your helper are bouncing between areas, you risk running out of time with nothing fully finished. So work one area at a time, because done is better than scattered. If you want help thinking through all this, like where to have the party, how to structure the guest list, how to set a budget, I've got free resources that can help. The first is my top 10 birthday party planning questions guide. It's the answers to the questions that I hear most from parents. And the second are my party planning cheat sheets, which includes a venue visit cheat sheet with every question that you need to ask before you book a space, so nothing catches you off guard. Both are free and they're linked in the description. Now, if you came here from my RSVP video, you already know that attendance uncertainty is real. But now you know exactly how your venue choice affects what that uncertainty actually costs you. I'll see you in the next video.